Welcome to my channel, Yeti Nope TV, and this is my debut video in the Color Cup Great League featuring Starmie, Magmar as a safe swap, and Cacturne. Shiny Shadow Cacturne at that. But here we go, looking at the first couple of battles. This is our first set that we're doing on video, and we had an 80% overall win rate, so not too bad. But leading Starmie into Abomasnow, pretty good lead. Just going to try and build up to this power gem, throw it, and then play it out from there. Sometimes I safe swap, sometimes I don't. So we'll see what I do here. Oh, yeah, let him get to the move. And then looks like we're calling it, so hopefully, oh, it's the energy ball. That took us out. Here we are with Magmar, pretty safe incoming. This one's a tricky one for our team. Just going to throw the Scorching Sands and then dip out into Cacturne, I think. And then we'll see how it plays out. Yep, there's a safe swap. Gonna let it land. Nope, actually I'm going to shield it. Cacturne is pretty glassy, so I think I'm pretty liberal with the shields that I use on him. But here I think I'll just let it go down. Because I can't afford to let the Abomasnow like farm down my Cacturne, or else that'd be pretty brutal. But yeah, here comes the Abomasnow. Let's see what they want to do. Do they shield this? It's a one-hit nuke if they don't. Oh, if they let it through. Oh, and it's their own Magmar. So this looks like it might be a loss. We'll have to call a bait, and if it doesn't go our way, it's game over. So here we go. Hopefully they make a mistake. Nope, that's it. And then, jumping right into the next battle. Gonna work on the transitions. Bear with me, this is my first kind of general experience with YouTube, so hanging in there, trying my best. This is a great lead, but they safe swap into Dugong. I didn't really know what I wanted to do here. Dugong's a tricky Pokemon for Cacturne especially, so just decided to stay in, but I don't want to sacrifice my Starmie because I want it for that Arcanine if possible. So we'll see what they do. They did overfarm quite a bit, so not ideal for the Magmar safe swap because I'll be able to land a Drill Run on me, but we'll see how it goes. Yep, there's the safe swap. Oh, I think I did just catch a move. Hopefully there's another Icy Wind. If I'm remembering correctly, I think this trainer just kind of only threw Icy Wind, so maybe they had Water Pulse in the back and didn't really want to reveal it, or had the energy for it. But here we go. This is a pretty solid move, but unfortunately Dugong's just too tanky for that. So gotta use a shield here because I'm expecting Drill Run, but bam, another Icy Wind, so that's pretty tough. But throw the Scorching Sands into the Arcanine. This should deal a ton of damage if they let it go, but they're probably not going to. Oh, they do. Yeah, but those double debuffs, you see how it could tank that, so that's pretty brutal. Tried to switch, ended up throwing the move a little bit too late, so just gonna let the Starmie kind of go down and let Cacturne do its thing in the back. We'll see how it goes. And then they're making up their mind right now, trying to figure out like who they want to send in, but we'll see how they play it out. Oh, this is a Lily. This is pretty good. They've got low fast move pressure on me, so just gonna throw the Trailblaze. I guess technically I'm baiting a Dynamic Punch, but they need to shield this pretty much regardless. And then we'll see what they want to do from here. I honestly might just switch out once I bank this Trailblaze because that's all that I'll need for the end of the game. Yeah, here we go. Oh, I had a Fire Punch bank, so that's pretty huge. And then I think the Magmar can just kill the Dugong here. Yeah, that's game. So move into the next one. Same team again, just kind of running this format, Starmie. I do like Starmie because it's a really good balance for my Shiny Shadow Cacturne. I do wish I could get a Shadow Starmie so it could be like a little bit more fun, but this one's just going to have to do for now. Great lead right now with the Mantine. We'll see how it goes from here. They're immediately going to safe swap, and then again, I'm not too sure what I want to do here, so I try to catch an X Scissor. We'll see how it plays out. Or wait, no, I need to shield that anyways. So I guess my plan here is just to double shield and farm all the way down. We'll see how it goes for us, though. If I do come out with a lot of energy, I can threaten that Mantine, but we'll see what the opponent wants to do in this battle, because I should be able to easily get this farm down. Cacturne does so much offensive damage, so if I use 2 shields on it, generally it can go pretty well, but kind of depends on the fast move pressure because there is no HP to this Pokemon. And then, yeah, so gonna either pull a shield or just kill this Mantine right now. We'll see what the opponent wants to do. Yep, they shielded it, so gonna come in with the Starmie, tank some damage, get some damage off. But I do think that I waited a little bit too long and they safe swap out, so we'll see where it goes. Yep, so it's a Cacturne. Again, a tricky Pokemon for this team. Gonna try and maybe pull a shield here. I can live a Rock Slide on my Magmar, so I'm banking on that, but the opponent just didn't fall for the bait or the switch, and so we'll see if I can actually get to the moves that I want to get to, but If not, this will be a very tricky endgame. The opponent does fall for the CMP tie here, so that's pretty huge for us. That's ideal. Now I think the Starmie needs to come in and farm it all the way down for this to be a win, but it's going to be tricky. Cordelia's a pretty bulky Pokemon, so we're just going to need that offensive pressure to come through, and couldn't get to it, so I have to throw here. And then I do think that the Mantine has energy, but they can just kind of kill us anyways with fast moves. Yep. So that's another loss for the team, but we'll see how we can recover from here. And then it does sometimes take a little bit to find opponents. We're fighting it around like 2,300 elos, so that's pretty decent. It starts to get like a little bit slower up around there. And that was a great lead, Magmar. We're going to see how we deal with this Cordelia safe swap. It is a bit troublesome from this team, so we'll see how it goes. Sending in the Cacturne just to do some heavy fast move pressure. Probably going to have to double shield it here again, and then play it out from there. But we'll see what the opponent wants to do. If I throw a Dynamic Punch into this Magmar, it's going to be lethal damage for sure, so that'd be ideal, but then kind of depends. We need a good Pokemon in the back to be able to take it out with no shields left on our team. We don't have very many tanky Pokemon on this team, so moment of truth, is this Dynamic Punch going to take it out? Oh, they let it go, so definitely going to be a threatening Pokemon in the back. Saving a shield for the Cacturne, safe swapping, catching the damage on Starmie. We want to see what they want to do here. I do believe that they undercharged it, so that makes it a little bit trickier for us. But, I mean, we've got many ways in and out of this battle, so generally going to be a pretty safe win. The Magmar can come in and just eat the damage, and then Cacturne can farm down or do whatever. But I think the opponent's going to recognize here shortly that they've got no hope, so I think that forfeit's going to be coming in. Yep, there it is. And these battles are pre-recorded, so I'm commenting over it, so my memory won't be 100% on these battles, but I've got some kind of an idea of how things played out, but kind of living it in the moment with you guys, so hopefully I can get things right. And that was a great lead, Talonflame, safe swapping for Alligator, or not for Alligator, Ferrothorn. Bit tricky for us, but we've got some pretty good answers in the back. I do think I might I think I played this weird. I think I maybe let the next one go, but I'm not too sure. Oh no, they let it go, so they're fine with just kind of coming in, farming with the Talonflame. I will be able to get to a couple moves here, I think. All kind of depends on the Scorching Sands debuff. If we get it, yeah, I should be able to get to a Fire Punch, but if not, maybe not. Yep, there we go. So that's pretty nice. Chip this damage. They're going to be able to threaten our Starmie with a Brave Bird here, so I tried to come in and snipe with fast move damage, but the game, as laggy as it is, just didn't let me get my move through. And I do think that comes back to bite us in the end. But this is not going to be... It should be lethal damage, I guess. Yeah, it's lethal damage. And now they've got the Cordelia in the back. Tricky Pokemon for this team in general, so we'll see how it goes. I can tank a Rock Slide, but as you can see, not very well. Cacturne is completely made out of paper, and generally you need shields for it to be a successful Pokemon, but we had just enough health there to tank it. Pulling a shield and getting some damage with the Starmie here, so that's game over. I guess, although in my gameplay I did forget that they had another shield here, so I think they did me a favor here by just forfeiting because I didn't throw a fast move, and that could have let them get to a move. I didn't precisely count what their energy was at. As I get higher and higher into the elo, I'll definitely need to make sure I pay more attention to that, but got a bit lucky there, or maybe not. And then into the next battle here. And yeah, I might end up just kind of cropping out some of this wait time that we see here, like before I kind of put it all together. This is still like a very dry run, so going to be learning lessons as I go. Shadow Kingdra is an interesting Pokemon. Technically, it's a good lead, but they generally just shield and want to farm all the way down, and that's pretty threatening for my team. So I don't really like having a Kingdra around. I get very lucky here. I don't think I should have gotten that Surf off, but this is huge. I think they know it's a Surf, so they let it go anyways. So that's tough, but hopefully Cacturne can come in and snipe it. They did throw the Outrage, so no debuffs. But then in comes the Dugong, which Cacturne's pretty weak to, so sending in the Magmar straight away. I can tank a Drill Run, so I think I do let this go. But we'll see what they end up wanting to do. Oh, no, we shielded it. And it was an Icy Wind. God, that's the worst feeling. But maybe we can come back from this. We'll see how it goes. The Kingdra in back's got like no HP, so that's not really a threat anymore. Oh, this is a Quillfish. Throwing this Scorching Sands, just going to try and debuff maybe, pull the last shield, and then see what I can do with Cacturne. But the opponent just lets it go, so that's game. Quickly snipe with the fast move damage from Cacturne, and then Kingdra goes down in one hit, so that's game. I think the opponent was trying to call bait there, and it just didn't go their way. There's a lot of 50-50 chances like that in Pokemon Go where you have to make a decision, and I won the coin toss there, so good game. And then moving into the Starmie, this is a tough lead. Charjabug's a tough Pokemon in general for this team. Fast move threatens the Starmie, and then the Charge moves really threaten the Cacturne. Magmar's my best answer to it, but can't really safe swap into it because I would just get like a Mud Slapper, just kind of farming it all the way down. And then that energy's tricky to deal with too. Here's another Kingdra. This time I do get some pretty good fast move damage off on it, so I'm thinking I can farm it down with the Starmie if I just shield the Outrage, but we'll see what the opponent wants to throw. Yep, they throw the Outrage, so this should be a clean farm down all the way. And then now I've got the Power Gem to threaten the Charjabug, but I want to get out of here, see what the opponent has in the back, and then make a more educated decision on what I do with the Pokemon that I have and the energy that I have. Mostly concerned about a Talonflame in the back, but we'll see what it is. It's a Quagsire, so I think this could be doable. Hopefully we get the debuff on Scorching Sands. That's always helpful, but it's pretty low odds, I feel like. I've definitely had pretty rough luck with it in the Color Cup, especially with Magmar. I think Magmar's got some weird coding in it. He doesn't like to have the good luck. But we get the Fire Punch, so I think that I'm pretty confident that puts it into Surf range. So I was a bit excited here. You can see I'm like quickly swiping these bubbles, and it is. That must have been pretty close. Quagsire's a pretty tanky Pokemon, but the Shadow version of it definitely helped us out there. Normally I'm on the other end of that, but I've got two normal Pokemon that are a bit interesting in this team composition here, and then with a really crazy Cacturne pick in the back. So I think it all balances out. And then here, Gastrodon leads. I've actually found these to be quite tricky because I'm mostly scared of a Talonflame in back, and then it's tricky to swap out of this because I've got the Magmar. So normally just play it out. They do us a favor and switch out here into the Kingdra, and then I think I might just come in, try and farm with the Cacturne, but we'll see if I can get to this other move. Yeah, we do get to it, so that's pretty nice. This should be some solid damage onto the Kingdra unless I shield it. And if they do shield it, that's even nicer. But didn't quite get the snipe. They get the last minute Octazooka. Or maybe this is an Outrage. Yeah, this is an Outrage, so definitely need to shield that. And then here's the Toxapex. This Pokemon is so brutal for this team. If Starmie's down for the count, then this becomes a really, really tricky endgame. But we'll see if we can play our way out of it. They do have a shield left, which is pretty tough. I don't think I have a move on my Starmie, so it's pretty much up to the Magmar. But we can see how close we can make it, if not win it. But yeah, hoping for that debuff as always. That would be huge for this Body Slam that's coming in. Yep, tried to make the catch on a Body Slam, didn't pan out, so gave the opponent the win, forfeited. Save us both a bit of time, so it's a bit cordial of a play. And then now I think we're definitely into the second set. I don't know which battle this is in order, but this is 2 full sets from today. I've got the other 3 recorded, but I'm not too sure if it's like something that is worth uploading or if that would be like a waste of time. I might try and do something like funkier that's maybe less commentary focused and more just like background Pokemon battles, maybe with some music overlaid, because you come up with a lot of footage each day if you record all your battles, and I don't know if I have the time to really tie it all together day to day, but we'll see what happens. And then honestly, totally missed what we just did. So hopefully you guys are watching and can pay attention and keep me on track for what's going on in this battle. But yeah, Starmie just took out the Toxapex. That's a huge threat for the team, so that was a good thing. Here in comes the Cragilly, so God, this Pokemon's everywhere. Really, really tricky Pokemon for this team. especially from the shadow, the rock slide's way more threatening on the Magmar. I do prefer the non-shadow so that I can just eat a rock slide and then keep going with the Magmar. And then here we go. Might force him to throw. Yep, that's nice. If they had gotten the farm down, that would have been game over. But this kind of keeps us in it. But gonna need to do some perfect farming here. No shielding the body slam. They didn't build up the earth power, so I wasn't too threatened by it. And then we'll see if we manage our energy well enough to land a surf on the Grigilli. Get the full farm down. That's pretty huge. I think that just saves the game for us. Here comes surf number 1. And then they're going to shield it. And again, Grigilli's pretty bulky, so I wasn't sure what the range was. So I kind of went as much as I could while fearing them getting to two rock slides. I wasn't too sure where their enemy energy was. And then into one of the last battles. So I think this is the second to last battle, but it might be the finale. And then, yeah, game's making us wait for this, so that's pretty tough. But we've got our opponent now. And then, again, Gastron lead. That's just so tricky for this team. I never really know how I want to play it. Sometimes I shield, sometimes I don't. We'll see what I end up doing in this battle. That might have been suboptimal timing on the throw. Psywave I find a little bit tricky because it's hard to see past Psywave, so sometimes it can be a little bit tricky if you're tracking the visuals of the other opponent's moves. But Body Slam, I can tank this. I don't think I'm going to double shield here. Yeah, so we just kind of skip it, and then it's going to be up to Magmar and Cacturne in the back to close this last game out. Yeah, they let it go, so we win switch, but we're probably going to give it up almost immediately. Nope, they get the farm down, so we'll see what we can do here. This is really tricky. An energy lead, Typhlosion. Can't believe I win CMP with the Magmar, though. That's kind of crazy. That was a bit of a surprise for me. I was expecting just to tank the Thunder Punch and then swap into the Cacturne. Gonna have to eat through all this health on the Typhlosion, and that is just going to be tricky because it's a 2-shot. So, yeah, last game ends up being a loss, but we'll see what their last Pokemon is. I think I remember this being like a Toxapex or something. Maybe a Talonflame. Yeah, it's game over. Nothing I can do. I think Magmortar could learn Thunderbolt, and that'd be pretty clutch in that situation, but we can't. But, yep, thank you for watching my first kind of compiled video of the daily battle sets with this team. Starmie's a great lead so far, and we'll get into the next one.